Hey guys, it's King Penguin here, coming at you with my updated Monarch deck profile. I did not like the way that the old one was running, so I did change out a few cards here and there. I tested quite a few different cards, tested Upstart Goblins and more Eidos and no Mithra, but I did finally come to a version that I think works the best. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the deck profile. Starting off with the Monarchs, we have triple Erebus. Same as usual. Oh, one second, move the camera over here. I do not think that triple Erebus will change. It's one of the best cards in the deck. I think you have to run it at 3. For the other Monarchs, we have triple Ether. I don't know why I say it like that, but I think it's fun. Again, I'm not going to explain effects, but that one's the other best Monarch. Then we have one Mega Mobius and one Mega Theslos to run off your big Monarchs. I chose to run Mega Mobius over Mega Caius because he can pop back row and scales, and that's really fun and nice. You get to pop 3 back row as worth Mega Caius. You get to banish 2 because you usually are going to be tributing it dark. But for the price that I would have to buy a Mega Caius for right now, I did not feel like spending that much money to get it, so I decided to run the Mega Mobius instead. Because the place that I buy cards from, Mega Mobius would be like $26 to $29, and that is a little bit ridiculous. So to be more budget friendly with my wallet, I decided to run one Mega Mobius instead. I mean, or you could run Omega Theslos in its place, but I quite like the Mega Mobius instead of the second Mega Theslos. Then for the other Monarchs, we have 2 Karaz. I just ordered these at like $5.73 a piece. I really did need them because it makes the decks a lot more consistent. That and Aether combo off really well. So I thought running this at 2 would be perfect. And then for the other Tribute Summon monsters, we have 2 Majesty's Fiend. I decided to start maining this for the simple reason that against like Cosmo and things like Infernoids, it's pretty amazing. So just monster effects cannot be activated. It's really good. I mean, you can run Vanity's Fiend in this place or run 1 and 1, but I do like Majesty's Fiend at 2 instead of Vanity's Fiend. Then we have 2 effect failure because the Monarch Mirror Match is pretty cancerous, and negating effects is really good this format since I predict that mostly Monarchs are going to be running around. So stopping the other Monarch player from going off is really good. And it can also stop Skullcrobat Jokers, and sometimes you stop that one Joker and you can win. And then for the Tribute Fodder, we have 1 Land Robe. I am going to explain this card because I did not play it in my last build. So basically, if he's in your hand, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, and then you cannot special summon cards from the extra deck for the rest of this turn. Also special summon this card, and if you do, change that monster to face-down defense position. So basically, he summons himself, Book of Moon's a monster. It's really nice, and then when he has a Grave effect too, which is really cool. When it's tributed for a tribute summon, you can target one monster with 800 attack, 1000 defense in your graveyard, except a Land Robe, and add it to your hand. So he can add back your Mithra, your Idea, or your Eidos. So he's really good in that he can get rid of some problem cards. People are going to start playing Fog King in the mirror or just in general in regular decks. So Land Robe can get you out of that Fog King lock right there. Just straight up Book of Moon it. Really good. Then we have the 1 Mithra because I still really like her. She can really start off your plays if you're going first, whereas Land Robe can't. So that's why I'm only playing 1 Land Robe and 1 Mithra. I thought that was a good combination. But some people don't like the Vassals. I have a soft spot for them. I like them a lot. So I'm deciding to play only 2 of them. But you could cut the Mithra because this is a 44 card deck. If you were going to cut something, I'd start off with the Mithra. And maybe a Karaz, then maybe a Majesty's Fiend, and you could side like the second Majesty's Fiend. Then we have the triple Idea, because he tutors out all of your vassals and your squires. And then we have the last squire, which is Eidos. I did put him up to 3 for a minute there, but I didn't really like that. So I bumped him back down to 2 and put the Mithra in his place. So that's it for the monsters. I thought that lineup works best right now. Then for the spells, we have triple Pantheism. Pantheism, always 3. Destiny Draw, amazing. Triple the Field Spell. Triple Tenacity. triple of the Monarch Stormforth, then still triple trade-in. I did switch those out for Upstart Goblins, but I didn't really like Upstart Goblin all too much, because trade-in can get you to draw more cards, and you can get Erebus and Grave. You can start adding back other monarchs that you lost, and you have an Erebus and Grave already, to start adding them back to your hand to get the monarch you want to make a specific play. So I really do like trade-in in that matter, but if I had Max C, definitely take out 3 trade-in for 3 Max C. So when I start getting Max C's, you'll start seeing these lead the deck first. Then for the rest of the spells, we have 1 for 1, 1 Rhoda, and then 1 March and 1 Return. Those are pretty standard right there. Then for the traps, we have 1 Escalation of the Monarchs. I did put this in main because I really did think it helped a lot. You can start summoning Mobius and Thestalos and things like that during your opponent's turn, and that can really hurt. Then we got the 3 Prime Monarch. I still really like this card at 3. I usually send 2 to the grave and then set 1 so I can start recycling. And there's more Monarch spells and traps in here than there were last time, and that's because you can really deck yourself out or deck thin way too much, and then you're screwed because you're out of resources. And it really sucks at that point. So, I mean, if you guys wanted to make this card 40 card deck, I'd possibly cut the trade-ins, but I do think you need that for draw power. Cut a Prime Monarch, cut the Mithra, and a Majesty's Fiend. Then you're down to 41. And then I guess from there you can cut like a trade-in if you guys wanted to make this deck 40 cards, but I personally like it at 44 right now. I think it works a lot better. For the side deck, we have... wait, let me get 2 seconds. We got the 1 Caius. I do like this in side deck because side out a Majesty's Fiend or something. If you're going against if you're going against like BA, I definitely put this in instead of like a Karaz. Take out a Karaz for this, because you can banish something on field. If you banish that Dante, it really hurts a lot. Then we have the 2nd Mega Mobius. You can take out a Mega Thestalos for this in any kind of sort of pendulum matchup. Then we have the Invader of Darkness. I usually take out a Mega Thestalos for this, game 2, because your opponent can't activate quick plays, and they're going to side in like things like Twin Twisters and MST to get rid of your Domain and your March or your Prime or whatever your spells and traps you have on the field. So that can really shut down your opponent in that matter. This plus like March and Domain usually just straight up wins you the game right there. And it's not that hard to pull off. Then we have the 2 Spell Shattering Arrows for the Pendulum matchup. And then we have triple MST. This is for Pendulum matchup and for the Mirror match. And for things like when I start going up against the players that sided Massacre Restrict, MSTs are out right there. I'd play Twin Twisters, but I don't have Twin Twisters currently right now because I have not bought any Bosch yet. Because I've been waiting till regionals, now I'm going to buy a lot when I go there. Then we got the 2 Dark Hole, the Regeki for monster removal, get rid of the Fog Kings and other problem monsters that there may be. Then we have the 2nd March against Rogue. The 2nd March can really come in handy. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't believe against Rogue and weird decks that you may come across. I guess against like Noble Knights, I mean, this thing can really hurt sometimes. Then we got the 2 Book of Eclipse again for the mirror match. Got to get rid of them Fog King as soon as possible, because Fog King, if you can't get rid of it, it's pretty much GG from there on. Then we got the 1 Solemn Warning, because Solemn is solemn. I don't think much needs to be said in that matter. But you can shut down the Ideas, the Eidoses, the Pendulum Summons. If you just do a Pendulum Summon, 9 times out of 10, you're going to win that duel. Unless they have, like, 10 cards in hand for next turn and you don't OTK them. But I'm going to... And then we have our tokens. Because Mithra, you got to have tokens. I'm going to run you through a quick few combos that you can do with this deck. A great combo is you open up this, and where is it? Where's Mega Thestalos? and this. Well, that's also so you open up Pan-Deity also, or Pantheism. You activate Pantheism, ditch whatever spell trap you have in your hand, draw 2, summon Adia, get out Eidos, tribute those 2 for this, look in your opponent's hand, take out a card, you get to add Pantheism back, and then you're in a good position right there. There's actually an OTK with this deck you can do. Say from your previous turn, you had an Erebus, or an Aether, possibly a Majesty's Fiend. Oh no, not a Majesty's Fiend. Majesty's Fiend wouldn't work in this. Or Mega Mobius, or Mega Thestalos on field. You have a Mega Monarch on field from last turn. Then you have your tribute fodder, and you tribute for Miss Aether over here. Use her effect, ditch from deck, special summon out either a 24 or a 28, and 2 28s and 24 is I think that's exact game, but I know that's game. But if you can get 3 Mega Monarchs on board, it's pretty much game from there on. But that is the deck profile for you guys. Hope you guys liked it, enjoyed it. Check my channel for more. King Penguin out.